is unable to meet. There are needs in our community that the United Way is unable to meet. What can the church do? And as the result of that, we now have 22 churches in Chatham, Kent, that through NeighborLink are able to address some of the needs. I received a call just before Sunday school this morning from one of my colleagues, a fellow pastor in town, who was talking about a social need, and I told him to go to Loads of Love to be able to address that need. And so we have many ministries here in this community that were able to address some of those needs, and we thank God for that. But once again, all needs are not being met, and it is important that we recognize that responsibility. And so when I talk about social needs, it's important that we roll up our sleeves and that we do all that we can to address those needs. Even though these Christians that we're reading about here in 1 Peter were encountering intense persecution, they were still obligated to fulfill their responsibilities to government and to society. And in this next section of the letter, Peter shows how believers are to behave in their contact with unbelievers. And then he lays out some very general principles in verses 13 to 17 pertaining Christians and their interaction with the officials of government. And then the Christian servants and the master, or the employee and the employer, the Christian and other members of the family, as I look at the third chapter, verses 8 to 12. And it is important that we spend some time understanding our relationship to others. We have civil responsibilities. Verses 11 and 12, key principles. Before Peter addressed civil duties of the Christians, he identified three basic principles of Christian life. The first involved civilization or citizenship for the believer. And so he uses some imagination